I've been absolutely terrified of water since I was 18. Specifically wild bodies of water like oceans and lakes, able to go from calm to chaos with no warning, sharks a swimming, and slimy fish. Ew. For my 18th birthday, my mom booked kayaking for her and I. This would be my first time ever going kayaking, and I was pretty excited. We met our instructor and we'll call him Nemo. Now, I don't have anything against Nemo. He was a very nice guy and this is totally unrelated to the story, but y'all need to know this man smelled smelly. Anyway, he gave us a quick rundown on how to steer and turn the kayaks. At least, I think that's what he was talking about. I don't know, I kind of fuzzed out. Come on, it's kayaks. How hard could it be? Nemo gave us wetsuits, and after everyone had changed, we eased our kayaks into the water. Only, I noticed something that made my stomach migrate to my butt. Our kayak had only just touched the water, where it's supposed to be gentle ripples, right? Only these weren't gentle. They were still small, sure, but these were some rather passive-aggressive mini waves. I got a bad feeling, but ignored it and got in anyway. Who listens to their gut? Not me! I really wish I had paid attention to what Nemo said earlier. My mom and I had as much control over that kayak as a baby giraffe has over its new legs. With some figuring, we did catch up to everyone, which was far from shore now, and my bad feeling only got worse knowing I was so far from land. When I say things went from fine to frick in seconds, I mean we were awkwardly wobbling in our kayaks 1 minute, and the next a storm rolls in with heavy rain and 20-foot waves. These waves rolled in so fast, everyone was separated in seconds. My mom and I focused on just staying upright. Through the craziness, the waves were polite enough to leave a small gap so I could see the couple that were out with us, just as a wave came through and tipped them over. Okay, don't panic. I'm sure they're okay. We're okay. Everything is okay as long as Nemo doesn't tip. Nemo's kayak tipped over. If Nemo was tipped over in this storm, what chance did my mom and I have? And then we tipped. I remember just how cold that water was. Remembering I still need to breathe, I swam up to the surface. I had taken maybe a breath when I was forced back underwater by a wave, and then another, and another. By sheer luck, I saw everyone swimming to a small cove nearby. And I started swimming like my life depended on it. My limbs felt like anchors and waves were still slapping everyone around, but we all made it safely. I was totally exhausted though and just wanted to sleep. Next thing I know, Nemo is trying to wake me up by slapping me. Sir, I've had a day. Could you not? I had fallen asleep on a rock and my mom tried to wake me, but I didn't respond. Everyone freaked out thinking I was dying of hypothermia. So naturally, the logical method of reviving me was slapping. Worst nurse ever. But through all the trauma, a silver lining. We lost our kayaks, but Nemo got the bath he so desperately needed. After the facial abuse, Nemo climbed the side of the cove to find help. Roughly an hour later, the freaking Coast Guard came and took us back to a waiting ambulance. Medics asked questions to make sure I was okay. What's your name? Where are you from? When's your birthday? When I told them when my birthday was, they thought it was hilarious. September 20th? That was yesterday. No, you don't say. They ran a couple more tests, one being a thermometer shoved up my butt. Happy birthday to me. We went back to our hotel and happily stayed there the rest of the night. The company that hired Nemo paid for a lot of stuff, too. So generous of them. Okay, pause.
So my whole life has been a lie. I asked my mom what exactly the company paid for, and mom beans. They paid for nothing. Nemo offered to pay the hospital bill and then ghosted my mom. So shout out to my parents who had to pay for the hospital bill and the expensive ambulance ride. At the end of the day, everyone lived, and that was what was most important. Okay, back to the video. Sorry.
And my priorities were top notch. What do you think my priority was when our kayak tipped over? Was it A, my safety, B, my mom's safety, or C, everyone's safety? If you guess C, your expectations of young me are a bit high. My biggest priority was actually the safety of my phone. See? Top notch. Guys, if you take anything from this video, hear this. Your material things will never be more important than your life and safety. Period. Think of it this way. You can't text someone back if you're dead.